Cancer full moon astrology report coming in on Monday, January 13th, Monday, Moon Day, the day ruled by the moon, and Cancer is the sign ruled by the moon, and this is going to be an emotionally strong moon as we have Mars in Cancer really close to that moon, near conjunction, Mars and the moon, both in Cancer. Whew, I am urging you to just stay home and rest this full moon. Stay home and get into your heart space. Take a mental health day off if you can for this full moon. This full moon is about mothering yourself and your children and others, and nurturing yourself and nourishing yourself, and self-care and self-love. And I'm going to be talking all about how to heal your heart, how to tap into your heart today. And I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve. Literally, this is my heart scarf because we're getting closer to Valentine's Day and it's time to start tapping into our heart. And I am having a relationship astrology chart sale for Valentine's Day where you get 2 charts, one for yourself and one for your partner or lover or husband or wife, whatever it is. And you can learn how to relate to each other when you look at both charts side by side, and then see how the planets interact with each other. You can add a Zoom call online if you want to go even more in depth. And this can be so helpful to know your relationship chart. I offer relationship advice based on the planetary alignments, and it is so helpful to know this. This astrology chart is a coping mechanism for all relationships to really help you connect on a deeper spiritual level with your twin flame, your true love this Valentine's Day. But you do have to order the Valentine's Day relationship chart sale by January 30th if you want to have it by Valentine's Day. You can buy it all the way through Valentine's Day. I'll be having the sale through Valentine's Day. But if you want to give it as a gift and you want it completely done and wrapped up so you can give it to your partner, then you'd have to order it by January 30th. And I can't believe we're already there. It's like right around the corner. And I'll put the link in the description, or you can also go to kamimihealingarts.com for more info. And this Cancer full moon is all about connecting to your heart and loving your family. This is about motherhood. But even if you're not a mother, you can always be a good mother to your own inner child on this full moon. Asking your inner child, what do you want to do today? See if you can heal your inner child wounds. And this is remarkable work that can really change everything when you tap into your inner child and heal those old wounds from your childhood. And you may be feeling some old inner child stuff coming up, as we're all going to be feeling more vulnerable this lunar cycle. Or maybe you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed with this strong moon emotional energy coming in. And that is just the energy of this moment as we prepare to transition out of that dragon wood year we were going through all of 2024 and into the 2025 year of the snake, Earth Mother, that is going to bring so much change. Can you feel the shifting tides? There is a massive shift on the horizon energetically. And I just recorded all of my year of the snake recordings for the 9-star key astrology, which is the Japanese astrology working with the 5 element system. And be sure to check those out. Find your own element star so you can follow along and just see what 2025 holds for you personally based on the element that you are traveling through. And I am going to be having a lunar New Year's party here in Central Oregon where I live. And it will be on February 1st, Saturday. And I'm going to be teaching this 9-star key astrology system where you can learn how to align with the energy of everything you want. So you could be a magnet for calling in good things in 2025. And I'll put the link. I don't have the link just yet. I'm still working on it, but I'll put the link in here when it comes. And you can also get a 9-star key astrology reading with me right now on super sale for just $138. And you get the 9-star key astrology reading plus distance Reiki and an energy clearing and a Zoom. And that is only good until January 29th. You got to purchase it by January 29th because on February 1st, the price for that is going up as well. So be sure to check that out in the description as well. And does it just feel like there is a lot going on energetically as we've just entered into 2025? It's like, yes, darling, there is. There is a lot going on. This January 11th, just around the corner, just before this full moon, the lunar nodes will move from Aries Libra axis that we were in all last year, where we were trying to balance our own personal needs with the needs of our relationship. And now we have this massive energetic shift into the Pisces Virgo nodal axis that will last for the next 18 months. And we will all have those eclipses in 2025. It's going to be in Pisces and Virgo, and we all have Pisces and Virgo somewhere in your chart. So if you are a Pisces Virgo, you're really going to be feeling it. If you have your North Node, South Node in Pisces Virgo, you're having what is called the nodal return. And get ready because your life is about to really shift into high gear. But Pisces rules that 12th house of completion of a karmic cycle. So we may be finishing up things. Things may be ending. This is a time of endings because we've completed the karmic cycle. So people might be going away or leaving. There could be a loss of some kind in this last house of the zodiac wheel that represents endings, death, and ultimately spiritual enlightenment if you're really lucky. And Pisces is going to bring this brand new, fresh, mystical, magical, spiritual energy into our world in 2025 that I'm pretty excited about. I have a Pisces moon myself, so I'm very comfortable in the Pisces Neptunian world. And we can really channel divine messages from Spirit now to guide us forward into this great unknown, this abyss, this spiritual abyss that we are moving into, this brand new awakened world that we've been calling in, where we're moving into, but it really can feel like the landscape has changed suddenly when we move into this on January 11th. It's like we're not in Kansas anymore. And Pisces also rules over hospitals and insane asylums, so we might see more psychosis and crazy making in 2025 that will have you clicking your ruby slippers together and saying, there's no place like home, there's no place like home. I feel like we're going to want to hide at home during this eclipse portal in that Pisces Virgo because it's going to get crazy. Combined with that Virgo is such a calm energy to balance the Pisces mystical magical. Virgo is that salt of the earth, practical in our 6th house of health and well-being. Virgos relate to your daily routines, doing your chores, paying your bills. Take your vitamins, kids. Virgo is so dependable and practical, and it's like the mailman delivering the mail every day. You can count on it, hopefully. So we can cling to that predictability as everything is about to change around us, especially when the North Node comes into conjunction with Neptune, bringing us confusion, delusion, and that Alice in Wonderland house of mirrors where we can't even tell what's real anymore, especially with artificial intelligence already bringing us these fantasy world images. And that North Node Pisces conjunct Neptune sets the stage for an otherworldly theater experience that is just like the Wizard of Oz. I'm really channeling the Wizard of Oz today. But throw in more aliens, more angels, and maybe some ancestors. And there you have it. That is Neptune conjunct the nodal axis that's coming too soon. And I'm going to unpack all of this in a separate nodal axis report for 2025, just like I did last year for the Aries Libra axis. But what you really need to ask yourself is, where is my Pisces and my Virgo in your chart? Because that is the area it's going to be lit up for the next 18 months. That is the area that's going to have profound change. For me, Pisces is in my 8th house and Virgo's in my second house. So that is money. Something's going to change for me around money with the eclipses in Pisces, Virgo. But where is your Pisces and Virgo in your chart? If you know, drop it in the comments. I'll give you a little mini reading about what I think that means for you. If you don't know, you can get a basic, simple astrology chart reading, and I will focus on the eclipse nodal axis if you want me to, and that's just $88. It's in my website, and I'll link that below. Good to have your chart, good to start looking at some of these transits and see where they are showing up for you personally. So you can learn astrology for yourself, and you can really start to follow along and see how these transits affect you, because we got some big planetary alignments coming in on January 25th. All the planets will align, and we have Venus conjunct Saturn. I've got my Venus work right here. Venus is already in the night sky close to Saturn. You can see it, and Venus is shining so bright as an evening star. On January 18th, she will be in exact conjunction with Saturn right before this planetary alignment when all the planets start to line up in Pisces. And Venus is just shining her love light on this Saturn and Pisces situation to bring in some softer mood lighting to the play that we're about to watch, because Saturn is that soul teacher bringing us karmic lessons in the house of Pisces. It's going to be right there. Saturn's going to be right there in Pisces during this eclipse portal in Pisces. And Saturn in Pisces becomes the sea goat. It's a very primordial energy. It's deep sea where the goat becomes a mermaid. I mean, it's mystical, magical stuff. But Saturn still is going to be bringing us those tough homework assignments. But Venus says, stay heart-centered. You will not fail these tests that are coming if you can stay in your heart. If you can keep loving the dream, it will come true. And so we've got to just remember to connect with our heart and ask our heart, listen to our heart. And you can just simply place your hands over your heart and close your eyes and take a deep breath and see if you can feel your heart beating. And just do some heart math meditation to connect, to tune in, to tap into that love that resides in your heart. And that is always available for you. Let your heart be your refuge this year amidst the crazy. And this simple act of self-love, just taking a moment for yourself, placing hands over your heart, and taking some deep breaths and connecting in, listening to your heart. It is something you can access for self-healing, for joy and bliss. When you take a moment out to simply place your hands on your heart and breathe, you will feel better about everything that's going on in the world. And we will need to do that when we have the moon conjunct Mars on January 3rd, moon conjunct Mars exact. And then it will conjunct again exactly on January 31st as Mars stations direct, and will cross over that moon once again, just like it did on January 3rd, which was crazy making time if you look at the news. And this moon conjunct Mars will bring volatile emotions. Moon rules over our emotions and feelings. Mars brings that aggressive, warrior, volatile energy. So it can be feelings that just take over and cause you to make erratic mistakes, like breaking up when maybe you just really needed to talk about your feelings. So feel the feelings, talk about your feelings, journal about your feelings, but try not to act on your feelings on this full moon, because if you look at the chart, moon and Mars are still really within 2 to 3 degrees. We're really still soaking in this moon Mars conjunction, and we will be for a few months. And you're going to want to just stay home, rest, and keep calm, because we're just still experiencing that Mars opposite Pluto, Mars opposite Pluto transit that just happened, and it will continue on through May Day. We will be soaking in it. And we're still experiencing just this volatile energy all month long. And we had so many explosions and violence, and we saw that transit. When we saw that transit was exact, if you remember, I said in my last recording, my Mars mantra is do not engage in crazy. So stay away from crazy, stay home. This is kind of a hide under the bed transit, and find refuge in your heart. As we wait for this storm to pass, just focus your attention on your heart. I'm just going to keep coming back to this today because it's so important for you to just place your hands on your heart to tap into those juicy feelings of divine love, healing, joy, gratitude, and bliss. And this will create that golden dome of protection around you to improve your well-being and increase the energetic vibration in our whole world. And when you do this kind of daily practice, this is daily self-Reiki. I do daily self-Reiki every day. I put my hand on my heart and one hand on my belly, and I just breathe, and I give myself that meta moment to just relax and not think about anything and just do that self-healing. And then I will also do just my heart with Reiki. When you do this daily Reiki, tapping into your heart space, you're calling this golden energy to enter the top of your head, the crown chakra, and allowing this brilliant golden light energy through your crown chakra and expanding outward and coming through your heart space. And this just creates a really strong protection, this golden dome of protection where you have this golden light surrounding you from the top of your head all the way around and from your heart space. And it gets stronger and brighter the more you breathe into it, the more you do this regularly. This golden dome of protection can surround you, your family, your pets, your home. And this is a time when we will need more healing Reiki and more energetic protection in the chaos of all these Mars transits. We have so many Mars transits coming in hot in 2025. As I spoke about in my 9 vibration reading, 9 is ruled by the planet Mars. And if you look at the astrology for 2025, we've got a lot of Mars transits. And Mars is the warrior. Mars is an aggressor. Mars brings war and calamity, aggression, and violence. And we are unfortunately seeing that in our world. And this is a healing, call for more healing love. We need to call in more Venus, because Venus is also shining bright right now. So it's kind of like Mars and Venus are both coming in strong, and you can choose love to soften that Mars. If we call in more love into our planet by just placing our hands on our heart and breathing in the love, this is like the yin and yang, and balancing the yin and yang. When there is darkness, it becomes a magnet for more light. So even as things are getting crazy in our world, you can feel that there's more healing, higher vibrational energy, light codes that are pouring in to help us out and support us. So tap into that just by doing that self Reiki. And the other kind of intense, it's some intense transits. I'm staying home for this one, because we also have Sun conjunct Pluto happening January 21st. And Pluto is shaking his death rattle with this Pluto Kazemi. This is ushering in that Kali Yoga that we have been in, that the Hindus believe leads us to the destruction of our world in that whole death transformation, rebirth cycle that we've been into it. And that combined with the snake year, we may be seeing more souls leaving the building in 2025, not ready to energetically evolve to this new awakening that is occurring on our planet. So this could make you feel a little bit paranoid, and I don't mean to be bringing up these dark ideas, but if the world is really ending, or maybe you just feel like someone is out to get you, it's that's just sort of the energy of when the sun emphasizes Pluto, and Pluto can bring up all of our deepest fears, paranoia, and so you may just be feeling some fear and anxiety, and just know this is a natural part of this transformation process. This is just Pluto in Aquarius, and see where that Pluto Aquarius shows up in your chart, because that's where you may be feeling that fear and anxiety. And just tread carefully around January 21st under this influence. It's like you're stepping on a tiger's tail, and you're trying not to wake the tiger. And again, another hide under the bed, stay home kind of transit. Our world may see more catastrophic events, storms, or just a lot of volatile energy with all this Mars and Pluto. And you might just want to stay home and hibernate, because home is where the heart is, right? And again, I remind you to just keep breathing with your hands on your heart. This is the medicine for this month. Comforting yourself like a mother comforts a child with those positive confirmations that all is well. Right now, I am safe. I am calling in that golden dome of protection to surround me and my family. And let's just see if the Sabian symbol can advise us on how to handle these intense transits. And trust me, when this girl with the Scorpio stellium says this is going to be some intense transits, it's going to be real intense. This is going to be a really intense full moon. So buckle up, and we'll see if the Sabian symbol can pull us through. Cancer at 24 degrees, this full moon is a woman and 2 men castaways on a small island of the South Seas. And the keynote is complex inner potentialities in harmonic relationships. That's a mouthful. We're dealing with a process of integration between one yin, woman, emotions, moon, and 2 yang, men, actions, sun. I think of that Mars, Venus, right? But we just have one woman being that yin, feminine, heart space, love, healing, and 2 men being that yang, aggression, war. So it's a little unfair. But this is that yin and the yang, the balancing of the dark and the light and the balancing. And it's interesting, in the 9-star key, the southeast corner is the luckiest corner of 2025. That's where you want to do all your abundance rituals, in the southeast, and place your prayer flags. I talked about that. So together, this threefold consciousness within the South Seas has a harmonious and well-integrated modus vivendi. The Sabian symbol says modus vivendi is a specific way of life where people can coexist in peace, balance, and harmony. And this is different from mainstream living, and it holds potential for relationships that have mastered a kind of interdependence, where there's no like domination, it's just a balanced interdependence. And so, wow, this is a beautiful time to get that relationship chart and to work towards interdependence, harmony, and a harmonic, peaceful relationship. But let's read on and see. I like to see, as the full moon becomes full, where are we going in the Sabian symbol? If you read the next symbol, because it's 24, it's a late 24 degrees moving in to Cancer 25 degrees. And so Cancer 25 degrees is a willful man, is overshadowed by a descent of supreme power. And the keynote is spiritual forces bringing a descent of power. And in this descent, divine consciousness, or Shakti, descends directly down from the divine source above and enters the crown of a person's head. This is so beautiful, because this is exactly what I was just talking about that we can do with Reiki. We call in that divine energy into the crown of your head. And this is often experienced as golden light, white light, golden radiant energy. And this is an energetic alchemical quicksilver that can just stream down onto a person and into a person to create an energetic barrier. And this is exactly how a Reiki attunement works. And this is magic. When that golden light energy comes in through the crown of your head, it creates this energetic barrier, this golden dome of energetic protection. And I've been talking about this. I love the synchronicity of this reading, because this Sabian symbol ties into why you're going to want to be doing your self Reiki. Even if you've never taken a Reiki class, you could just place your hands on your heart and you will be doing self Reiki. And this Sabian symbol, we have a transcendent expression of success. It is a spiritual descent of power, an energetic endowment. That this energy is available, just like you could have a financial endowment of money. You can have this energetic endowment where you can just ask Spirit to bring you this divine golden light energy to enter the top of your head, to create this golden dome of protection, to heal your heart, to heal your family, to protect your friends and family and your home. And I love this idea of an energetic endowment. That endowment is worth more than money. So even though we have this willful man that is taking power this month, and I think that's really happening, there is this higher, supreme, spiritual power coming in, working its magic. If you can align to this higher vibrational energy by just doing your self Reiki, that is also pouring onto our planet right now. There's so much energy coming in with the rise of the Schumann resonance and all those geomagnetic storms we've had just going off the charts in 2025 already. We've had so many X1 solar storms. Let me know if you've been feeling the X1 solar storms. These geomagnetic storms and all the Schumann resonance rising, it's really upgrading us energetically for our times. So your homework assignment for this Cancer full moon is to just stay home, placing your hands on your heart and breathe. Does it get any easier than that? Healer, heal thyself. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.